What's up, guys? This is your boy, Mr. Flex. Today, so we're doing the weekly webinar on some major currency pairs. So I'm starting with the euro. All right, starting with the euro. Already we did the euro last week, but today is on Sunday around 10:30 p.m. So I'm just going to do the webinar, and let's look at what we should expect in this new week. So I'm looking at the commercials. This video will not talk much about the euro because there's a previous video I posted yesterday. You can look at it if you want to understand it better here. When I look at the euro, I can see just commercials are bullish and retailers are bearish. So I want to align with the commercials. And anything else I can look at right now is the index, the strength of commercials. Now, when we look at the strength of the commercials, we see that there are commercials, they were 35% right now. In blue, we can see they are around 49%. We're actually pushing to the upside, and I like this. Okay. Anything else we can look at is the focus expectation. We look at the seasonality. We can tell that we expect a push to the upside on the euro. Anything else we can look at? We can look at the value of the dollar. The value of the dollar, we see that the dollar is below value. And since we're trading against the euro, so if it's down below value, the euro is supposed to gain strength to push to the upside. And in our technicals, we had two levels of interest, this OB and this one. This OB and this one. So we took the immediate OB here on the euro future. And since we are bullish down, we closed with a small indecision candle, but I hope that when the market opens, we're going to push higher on the futures. So on Euro USD, we were also taking a buy. All right. We took a buy on Euro USD. So this one is, I don't want to talk much about it. In fact, if you watched, you can just forward yourself. Okay. This is the area. Sorry. I think I used this broker, this different broker here. I think we're here. So this is the position we are holding. We're still on the euro. I'm still holding the buy there. So let's go to the pound. I've already done with my community. We have done some analysis with my community. It's just an update here. Because I don't want to start again because of time. And also my internet is unstable right now. So you look at this is the future pound. When you look at the future, the pound weekly time frame, it's been bullish. But let's look at what commercials are doing here. When you look at it, we see commercials are bearish, still bearish, retailers are still bullish. So this pair we expect to continue pushing to the downside. The next behavior you can look at, the next character you can look at is the strength. You can see commercials are still heading to the downside. And the moment we cross the 20% line, the red line there, once we are down there, we'll be looking for a strong sell. Now, let's look at the value of the dollar against the pound and also the treasury bonds. The value here, we see that we are undervalued. We are actually negative 98%, and we are down there. So this one, it means that once we are down, undervalued, the pound is going to gain some strength. So this means that automatically we're going to get some small push to the upside there. Some small push to the upside. But allow me to look at the contracts first. Yeah, guys, I apologize. Let me look at the contracts to expect a push to the upside. But what about the contracts? What about the contracts? What is happening there? Let me look at it here. I don't know what's happening, but anyway. Okay, so let's look at the pound. When look at the pound, if you look at the previous week, we had negative 111,435 contracts on 1st October. On 8th October, we had around negative 108,002. So when look at the commercials, you can tell that the negative numbers are reduced. This means that the commercials have stepped in bullish. We expect as much as they're selling, we compare the contracts from the previous week, we can see that this particular week we have buyers because the numbers are reduced from negative 111 to negative 108. So what do we do? Look for a long position. Expect a push to the upside. So let's see what is going on here. Let's see how the market looks like. The pound of the future, we already know that we're going to expect some bullish move to the upside. Now we can see if you look at the behavior of the commercials, the behavior of the retailers here, you see that we are bearish. We are still bearish, but when you look at the contracts, we expect some push to the upside. So this one to me, it's good. I love this. So probably we are going to get a small push to the upside. Okay. Now let's look at the FX. Let's look at the FX here. So technically, not FX, but a future. Now, look at the future. We have this OB here at the extreme level. Then we have around this area, we have a daily structure, a daily OB like that. But I've just refined it on a 1 hour time frame. Let me go to 1 hour time frame. I've just refined it on 1 hour time frame. I took this OB here. In 1 hour time frame, this one OB here, this red candle. And I wanted to see how the price is reacting with it. Price has tapped into it, but the price has not broken this high. For us to get a good push to the upside, I want to be patient and wait until the price breaks this high. If we get to break this high, then I'll be more comfortable to start looking for a long position. So technically, that's what I'm waiting to see, that level being broken. Then I look for a long position. The other pair you can look at is the CHF, the Swiss franc. Now, when you go to a weekly time frame, the Swiss franc, let's see first what commercials are doing. Okay. Now, Swiss franc. Let's look at the Swiss franc. Okay. My interest is to look at the Swiss franc here. If you look at Swiss franc last week, OB, not orders last week, commercials were buying the Swiss at 21,716 contracts. This new week, they brought in almost 6,000 more, because you can see from 21,000 to 27,158. This tells a lot that we're going to gain some bullish move, like on this CHF, which is the Swiss franc. So let's see how they look like in terms of the indicators, because these are indicators that collect data from the Commitment of Traders, CFTC, Commitment of Traders Commission. Okay. So here, guys, this is how the price look like. It's been bullish. We got a retracement here. You can see we have something like an order block here on a weekly time frame. Remember, this data comes out every week. That's why you see we have a weekly time frame here. Now let's see the behavior from here. These are retailers, commercials are trying to buy, and if you want to know that retailers are wrong, they start selling because they were chasing the trend. So by just seeing that, I can know that I should expect a bullish move. So when I go to the CHF, I need to find technically now a good point of interest. Now you see when I use the weekly time frame, I have this OB that is unmitigated. But around this area again, if I go to daily time frame, I have another level here. This is the OB actually on a daily time frame. This is the OB, but I did refine it here on a 4 hours time frame. Let's look at this on a 4 hours time frame. This was my area of interest. I wanted to see how the price has been treating this level to swap the level, but it never closed below, so the level is still valid. But for more confirmation, I want to see this high being broken. This is a 4 hours time frame, but still even the 1 hour time frame, the level was never broken, as you can see. So I want to wait for price to break this level. Then when it goes higher, then I'll have to wait for it to retrace to my OB that I will have identified. Then I can look for a long position. So if I'll be looking for a long position on the CHF, then this means that on which pair? On USD CHF, I'll be looking forward to look for a sell. USD CHF, yeah? USD CHF. Here, and I'll be looking forward to look for a sell. But you see the problem with the USD CHF, the OB is far away here. So I'll want to wait until this my supply zone is tapped. Then I can look for a short position here. All right, around this area. And let's go back to the CHF first and confirm one more thing, which is the valuation. Are we undervalued? Because we need to be undervalued for us to look for a bullish move. And you can see we are undervalued. We are at least negative 100. This means that the dollar it has lost value, and automatically the CHF is going to gain strength. And since it's just the vice versa, it's the inverse of the EURUSD, then USD CHF, I'll be looking for a short position, guys. Yeah, I'll be looking for a short position. So I'll wait until that level is tapped. Then I'll look for sales there. Right? Now let's look at the next pair, which is the AUD. We'll look at the AUD on a weekly time frame. Let's look at what commercials are doing on AUD. When we look at the AUD, let us do something here. Now, we're going to look at the contracts of the AUD. Where is the AUD, Australian dollar? We are here, this Australian dollar. Look at this. If you compare last week contracts, we have 33,000, negative 33,551. This week we have 50,253. We have more sellers than last week. This means that AUD is very, very strong, bearish. All right. Let's just look at the indicators that these indicators, guys, they're not like moving averages. They take data from the commitment of traders report and they update. So let us just do this. The candles there, we see the price has been bullish and it is just back to a weekly order block, which is a supply and demand zone. But let's see how about commercials. You see commercials are heavily selling. So once I have that, I know that I can only look for a small or a short-term buy because of what we call valuation. Because if the dollar loses value, AUD is going to gain some strength, all right? And that will be the only reason for me to look for a long position. Let's go now to, let's look at their strength. Let's look at their strength because we also need to understand their strength because we already have seen that what is happening. Commercials are selling the AUD strongly. In fact, that 1,000 more contracts. 50 more contracts, 50,000 more contracts. And this makes it a strong bearish, like you can easily push to the downside. And that makes it something like very good to look for a short position than a long position. Okay. Okay, so let's proceed, guys. Let's proceed. Apologize for the glitch. And uh, now let's see what is happening here. Let's look at the same indicators we have looked at. And this is just the one that we were looking at earlier. Apologize for the glitch on my internet. Commercials are selling. That's why buying is very risky unless we are undervalued. Let's see the strength. The strength is killing it at 0% strong sell. Wow. This one means that those who took this sell are still holding, man. This is just very, very nice. Let's look at the value now. What should I buy? Unless we are undervalued. Let's look at valuation. We see the dollar is undervalued, has lost value automatically. The AUD is going to gain some strength, and also the seasonality here. Look at this. We should expect some push to the upside. And now technicals becomes our last tools to use. Technically, we are at a demand zone and the price is already pushing to the upside. Now, how can you catch the continuation? Look at this, yeah. But remember, this one is a risky buy because I tend to believe that when you reach around this area, you might also be interested to look for a short position, but we will see what will happen. Now there's a first time frame. Let me see 1 hour time frame. If we have any confirmation, yes, we can see the price broke this level and we have a close to the candle there. This OB was already mitigated and now use a pending OB. So if price comes back here, I'll want to see how it behaves. Then I can look for a long position on AUD future. So on dollar, Australian dollar, I'll be looking forward to go long the same way. So you see this is the AUDUSD and I have the same setup to go long around that area. Now let's look at a different pair, which is the card. The card, okay, I don't want to look at the card today. Let me look at the NSD as the last pair. I don't want to take much of your time, guys. So let's look at the weekly time frame on this particular pair as the last one, which is the NSD. Now, when look at NSD pair, this NSD, let's go and read the contracts of New Zealand dollar. Okay, the New Zealand dollar contracts. Let's see if you can be able to see the New Zealand dollars contracts, and mostly and lastly, I look for gold. Yeah, I have one more on gold as well because some people trade gold. Now, here we're going to look at the contracts of the New Zealand dollar here. Look at this. Previously, we had short net position 5,413 short. This week, we have 3,503. We see from negative 5,000 to negative 3,000, we have a positive number. This means that commercials, they are trying to start losing their interest to sell. What is this here? To sell, and now they're kind of starting to buy. So let's go down there into the indicators, and you see how they are positioning themselves, commercials, yeah? Now here, let's have our candles here. We see that the price was bullish, and now this was a retracement. But you want to see commercials, you see, they're trying to turn, but here things are not clear. So let me go to trading view and use the indicators we have there because we just have the same indicators here. Now, let's bring our indicators out. This is the indicator I was looking at on the COT report. This one, you see commercials were bearish, but they're trying to turn to the upside. And we have seen the data that commercials are stepping in. Let's see the index. Are they really stepping in now? They were bullish before when the price was bullish, and right now they were here. So I want to see them going back there. So what will be the reason for me to look for a buy position here? Let me look at the valuation of this pair, and I need to be here on a daily time frame. Yeah, the dollar is undervalued, treasury bonds heading there, gold heading there. So this means that we're going to look for a long position. Seasonality, what is the focus? The focus is we expect a bullish direction there. The moment you have this, now let's put in our technicals. If I want to buy, where will I buy? Technically, on a daily time frame, I tend to believe this is a very nice demand zone. And what we have here can be a pullback around the zone, and you can see the price dropping. Those who use the ICT concept, you can see the breaker block here, the breaker. I'm sure you can see the breaker. So the price, what is it doing? Let's go to 4 hours time frame. Try to look at it technically. You can see the price retracing back here around this area. This is a 4 hours just base area like that. But I did refine it on 1 hour time frame, and you can see we have a good order block here. So if the price comes back here, I want to be interested to look for a short position. Now, if I go to currency now, NZDUSD, I'll be looking forward to the same, very, very same sell position. If we tap there, I'll sell up to this daily or be here. This is a daily demand. Look at it like this. Daily demand, we get to tap here, then I'll see I'll look at the valuation of the market. If we are undervalued, then again, I'll look for a long position. Lastly, guys, let us look at gold as the last one. Gold is a metal, and let's look at the future of gold here. Okay. Now, gold has been bullish. People don't know why. Some. But let's look at the contrast first. What is gold? Gold is a metal, and if gold is a metal, let's try to read their contracts. Okay. What is this now? It's good. Now, okay, let's just click here on metal here. Let's look at gold because it's a metal. If we look at the previous week, 1st of October, we had negative 327,524. This week we have negative 303, 976, man. Gold is bullish. If you look from negative 327 to negative 303, if you know math very well, the negative numbers are reduced. This means that we have more, right? We have more what? We have more buyers stepping in. Let's look at the indicators of the commitment of traders report and now finalize our analysis on this pair. So this is gold, right? This side looks like it's bullish. This is a weekly time frame. Now my interest is here. Look at this. Commercials are trying to be bullish while retailers are still looking for sales. So once I have that, okay, let's go to here. You can see the problem that happened last week. Most people never saw this. This OB was tapped here and the price was bullish. But you look at now on the XAUUSD, the demand zone was never tapped. And that's why I love using futures to do analysis. You see, this demand was never tapped. The demand was never tapped, guys. Now let's go to this pair around this area. The price tapped here and is now bullish. Now, how do I catch the continuation? You can see on 1 hour time frame. We go to 1 hour time frame after our demand was tapped, the price broke the level. This is my area of interest of B, and this is another area. So possibly I don't sell the highs. Actually, I don't use levels like that. I want to see the price. I don't like refer from levels on the left on the lower time frame. I want to wait for the price to return here. Then I'll be looking for a long position. But the traders, they can take advantage of this. But I myself, I'll be patient. If it comes here, I get my confirmation, then I'll go long. If it violates that level, then I have this area of interest. So if I have this one on the gold future, then XAUUSD, I need to have the same very areas. You see, I have this one and this one. So I want to see how the price will behave, guys. So guys, yeah, thank you for watching. Make sure that you subscribe. Make sure that you drop your comment, like, share, and let me know if there's something else I should cover on the next topic. So this one is just a general weekly webinar to see the focus of the overall weekly direction of price, but price can do anything. I'm just giving my opinion. So guys, I hope I'll see you around, and also thank you. And also, if you'd like to join our Telegram community, the link is on the description section.